Alright folks, it's time for another video on this gigantic box of 190 cassettes I bought for 135 bucks. We got pretty far in the last video, but as you can see we've got a lot further to go, so it looks like this is going to be a 4-part series. So we got through this side of the box last video, and now we're going to work on this side of the box, and then there's another row of cassettes underneath. I don't know if there's another row yet underneath that. Doesn't feel like it, but yeah, we got a lot to do today. This is what I've got in my keeper box from last time. Sitting there in my Vessi box. I bought a pair of Vessi shoes because I figured all these YouTubers keep going on and on about Vessi shoes, so I might as well get some and see how they are. I like them so far, but yeah, we're not here to review shoes. And they didn't give me a sponsorship either, so I have no obligation to them to review shoes either, so. Alright, let's get started on this. I'll power up my action cam again. Start it recording. And the first tape today is Kim Mitchell's Shakin' Like a Human Being. If you don't know about Kim Mitchell, you need to. He's incredibly talented, especially on this release. This goes right back to my childhood. Every single song on here I know fairly well. Well, not every single song. Alana Loves Me, Patio Lanterns, Easy to Tame. I loved those songs back in the day. This is one of those times when CanCon really actually did something good for the Canadian music industry. So, I hope this one's in good shape because I like this album. And I'll just tell you right now, I have cleaned the RCA deck since the last video. It didn't have anything on the heads, but there was a lot of junk on the cap stands, so it's all clean and ready to go for today. We'll have to fast forward a bit. How does this one sound? It's in perfect shape. Gotta love that. So that's a definite keeper. Okay, next up, what do we got? Oh no, Dixie Chicks. Not a fan at all. Period. Full stop. Somebody else can have this one. I'm not even gonna play it. Reject pile. Immediately. Sorry if you're a fan, but I'm not. Next up, Space Hog. Don't know them. I see a few song titles on here I kind of recognize, but it's seen better days, but I will keep it, I think. And I'm still not checking the felt pad before I throw them in the machine. Should not be doing that, really. Alright, what's next? Marty Robbins. Don't know him. I'm guessing this is country. Again, not a country guy. Especially when said country involves the Dixie Chicks. By the name of Texas Red. Someone waits by the Garden Gate down. You know what? I'll keep that one. What the heck? It sounds good. Okay, next up. The greatest country love songs of all time, and please no more country out of this box. Oh great, I just looked over at the box and there's literally another country one next. Anyhow, we've got Roy Orbison on here, so there is some good stuff on here. Willie Nelson's alright too. More Conway Twitty, not a fan. Tanya Tucker's real good though. Tracy Byrd. We listened to a Tracy Byrd tape last time. Reba McEntire. Yeah, there's some good stuff on here, I guess. From the era of country that I actually liked. back in the early 90s, before they all went to guest rappers. Sounds a little overloaded if I can be honest, but I'll keep that one. All right, next up, Emmylou Harris. Yeah, like I said, country. And on these older ones, I really gotta make sure I check the felt pad. I can only imagine that I'm gonna have to clean this deck again at the end of this video. Nope, that one's going in the reject pile. Next up, The Platter's Greatest Hits. Don't really know too much about them. This is probably before my time, really.
I'm sorry for the things.
That one's all right. I'll keep it. Petra. No thanks. Reject. Not a fan. Another mystery tape. What do we got here? Probably something that's been recorded over, although there's no tape residue up top. Okay, didn't recognize that song. There's got to be something else on here. Okay, I'm going to have to Shazam this one. Just give me a second here. And folks, what we have here is the Moody Blues. That goes in the keeper pile. Moody Blues always stays in the keeper pile. Next up, Frank Farian's greatest group of the 80s. I really have zero respect for that man after what happened with Milli Vanilli, because that was Frank Farian's baby also. He tried to do the same thing with Milli Vanilli that he did with this group, and it didn't work, and the band members paid the price. Farian got off scot-free. I don't like that guy. And this one's damaged anyway, so reject pile. All right. Side 1, John Cougar. Side 2, John Cougar. Which album, though? You got me. We'll try and figure that out here. I'm going to fast forward for a bit. I'm going to get Shazam ready. Well, that was pretty self-explanatory. If Hurts So Good is on that tape, it's going right in the keeper pile. And I hope I didn't get a copyright hit on that one. If not, I'll edit it out. All right, Little River Band. We're getting the good stuff now, I think. I like Little River Band. Don't really recognize too much on here, except for Lonesome Loser. I know that song real well, because they were always playing that song on the radio when I was a kid. Have you heard about the Lonesome Loser? Side 1 is fine. Side 2 is really, really muffled. Let's take another look at this tape. Oh, we got another felt pad casualty. And the felt pad is still in there, it looks like. Let me get a dental pick out and we'll see if we can pull that out of there. Yeah, that's why it's muffled. The felt pad came off. I will glue that back on and throw it in the keeper pile. There it is. There's the felt pad. So yeah, we'll put this off to the side here so I can do surgery on it. It's really not worth a video doing that because all you do is just glue the felt pad back on. And we can't even play this one because the felt pad came off of it too. Stars on 45. Looks like there's some good stuff on here. Funky Town, Video Killed a Radio Star. Is this one of these weird Countdown Singers tapes? Or type of tapes? Back in the 80s, I bought this 20 super hits of 1986 or something like that. Had a bunch of really good songs on it. And I thought the price was a little too good to be true, and it turned out it was because they were all cover songs from the Countdown Singers. God, was I kicking myself over that one. I'll throw that in the fix pile. Next up, Country's Best. And we can't play this one either because guess what? Felt pad came off. Is there anything on here I want to hear? I'm going to say no. Junk that one. Next up, George Jones. He stopped loving her today, and I stopped loving this tape because there's no felt pad. I'll junk that one because I do not have any spare felt pads. Now, next up, we got a good one here. Bryan Adams. And it's Reckless. I've got the CD of this because it's mandatory that if you're a Canadian that you have to have some Bryan Adams in your collection. And I've got multiple Bryan Adams in my collection. As the world's biggest Robin Hood Prince of Thieves fan, I loved Everything I Do It For You. I wore that song out back in 1991. Sounds like it's in good shape. Definitely goes in the keeper pile. Love me some Bryan Adams. Next up, Eddie Rabbitt. He's okay. But this one does not have I Love a Rainy Night on it, so not interested. Hey, I said he was okay. I didn't say he was my favorite of anything. What is this? Railway Memories with Dave Baker. Interesting. This might be some fascinating stuff on here.
On mountain shore, yes, that old Royal Hudson is bound to ride.
Okay, Songs of the Railway. Is that what we got going on here? I was hoping it would be like some kind of spoken word documentary of the history of rail travel in BC or something like that, but is there anything on side 2? We're darn near in the middle of the tape now.
The summer mist enshrouds the early dawn at our father's dying.
I'll keep that one. Sounds a little folky. I like folk music. Next up. What is next? We've got a copy of Juice Newton's Juice. And fair disclosure, I have another copy of this in the other room. And I've never played it. And the reason why is because the tape emulsion came off of it and severely clogged up the carver. It was unplayable. This one looks like it might just be in better shape than that one. Let me just stop you real quick and I'll go get the other copy. Alright, I've got the other copy right here. And I'll be honest with you, I thought I was going to have to remaster this tape as well, like I did for the Strange Advance tape. Because this copy is so bad, it's unplayable. And yeah, that's a totally different type of tape in there. And the one from the lot box here, this is chrome tape. And this one is regular old type 1. And this is the stuff that fell apart inside my carver and made me clean the heads. So I hope this one's better. At least I think it's the same thing. Yeah, it is the same thing. Please be in good shape, because I like Juice Newton. It's not actually looking that good. And I gotta take that back because it's in fantastic shape, so we will keep this one and we'll just go do this with it. I don't have to remaster this tape. I do have to get a better case for it, but this one's finally in good shape. Excellent. That goes in the keeper box. And this goes in the reject box because it's damaged and unplayable. Next up. How do you guys feel about Mr. Clint Eastwood? We've got the soundtrack from Every Which Way But Loose, and we've got a damaged tape already. It kind of looks like it's kinked in there. Felt pad came off, so I have to re-glue the felt pad before I can even play this thing. Do I even want to? I've never even seen that movie. I heard it's a good movie. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll just chuck this one, honestly. I'm not that interested. Next up, we have Cat Stevens. Another one of those artists I haven't really paid enough attention to over the years. And this one's got Wild World on it, so I hope it's good. Because I would like to listen to this one, if it's any good. It's alright, we'll keep it. And the felt pad's not even coming off this one. Next up, what do we got? Beautiful Waltzes. This may or may not get a copyright strike, I don't know. This really doesn't interest me much, but we'll see if it's any good. Could be worth keeping around as a tape deck demo cassette. Yeah, it sounds good enough for that. All right, next up. What do we have here? Little comedy from Jack Benny. Excuse me. I guess my body is still processing lunch here. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. All right, next up, Country Christmas List, various artists. Christmas songs from Willie Nelson, Lynn Anderson, Gene Autry, Marty Robbins, Everly Brothers, Ray Price, Connie Smith. What's on the other side? The Rovers. I reject that name. It's the Irish Rovers. There's no such thing as the Rovers. I don't know why they forced them to change their name, but it's irritating to me. Let's see. Tanya Tucker, Jimmy Dean, Charlie Rich, George Jones, Tammy Wynette, Johnny Cash. Lots of good stuff on there. Sounds all right to me. I'll keep it. Again, not that big on Christmas music, but at least out of season. Okay, Ultimate Classic Country Collection. Enough with the country, Mr. Box, please. Give me something better than that. I'm just not a country guy. Well, Johnny Cash is on here. That's good enough for me. How does she sound? We'll keep it. What I don't listen to will go to my sister or something. What is this? Looks like a promo cassette or something. There's only enough tape on there for like one song. Cynthia Kerr? Don't know her. What do we have here? Ooh, we've got a bilingual tape. I'm going to have to research that one. I'm going to keep it. It's not the best shape, but I love weird stuff like that. Come on over. Come on over. No thanks. I don't like Shania Twain. I just don't. Sorry. Next up, we've got a copy of Amy Grant's Heart in Motion. My oldest sister actually bought this back in the day. This was when she crossed over into the pop charts, but she's more or less known for Christian music. And I cannot stand Christian music. Reason being, I'm a preacher's kid. And when you're a preacher's kid, you get real tired of religion real fast. But this tape seems to be in good shape, so I will keep this one. And I'll probably have to keep it for myself because I think my sister still has her copy. Hey, are you Jimmy Ray? Are you Jimmy Ray? Seriously, is anybody out there Jimmy Ray? Stop asking who wants to know. I kind of like this tape, actually, or this album. Let's see if the tape's any good. And that goes right into the keeper pile. I don't know why, I just like Jimmy Ray. I've always liked that album. He's a one-hit wonder, but he's my kind of one-hit wonder. Next up. I don't know. Came out in 1995, whatever this is. Oh, that tape is pristine. Chrome tape in there too. I'm going to keep that. I got to do more research on what the heck that was, but I'm going to keep it. Next up, we got a compilation, it looks like, with a damaged felt pad for some reason. Sun Jammin', UB40, Bob Marley, Buster Poindexter. You know who that is, right? He's the ghost of Christmas Past from Scrooged. Let's see. The Young Rascals, Nilsson, Elton John. There's some good stuff on this tape. Just give me a second. I'm going to try and fix this tape here so we can at least audition it. I don't know if I'll be able to successfully do this because it looks like the spring is bent here. This one needs to be cracked open, I think, before we can actually play this. Maybe not. Actually, I think we might be good. Let's give her a try. Let me get my dental pick out of the shot from the Action 3. Sounds like the tape's in good shape. Is there anything on side 2, though? Yeah, I think I'll be keeping that one. And it looks like my little repair's kind of holding. This might be more of a job for a closed loop dual capstan setup like the Carver, but it might play okay in other decks. I will keep it though. Next up, more good stuff. Janis Joplin. Another one of those artists I haven't really appreciated quite enough. So I'm looking forward to auditioning this, if it's in good shape. Let's find that out now.
It's all the same fucking day.
And might have to do some editing with that. Probably not. I don't know. Anyway, it didn't really sound that great, so I'm wondering if there's something going on with this tape here. Had some kind of wow and flutter issues, but it's winding fine. Well, I'm going to keep that tape. Next up. Oh, we got another good one, potentially. Roy Orbison, his greatest hits, Reader's Digest, tape number 3, I guess. I've always liked Roy Orbison. Yes, I know I said I don't like country, but I do like some country artists. Is this in good shape? Can I put it in the player without damaging things? Flawless. I'm keeping that one. Next up. Uh-oh. We got trouble, guys. 2 Live Crew. I'm going to have to cut out anything I play off this thing. You see what the titles are on this thing. But if it plays, I'm going to keep it. Let's see, which is side A? Yo daddy's side, yo mama's side. All right. If there's a segment missing here, you know why. That one is perfect. We will keep it. I love me some classic hip-hop. And by classic, I mean late 80s, early 90s. I don't care about hip-hop beyond then, really. All right, Northwest Show Band, Volume 1, Country Originals by Yukon artists. That's cool. I'm not big on country, but I am big on stuff I can play on the channel without getting copyright strikes. This may qualify. Keeping that one. All right, next up. The Best of Fats Domino. And I hope this one's good because I like him. We got another Fats Domino in the last video. But what's going on with this tape? It looks like it's really, really unwound in there. Is the tape broken, I wonder? Let's find out, shall we? Nope, tape's fine. It just had a little bit unwound from it. All right, next up. Phase 2 Round Dance Workshop Dances by Jerry Jestin. This can probably be played on the channel without copyright issues, but again, we've got some tape unwound from the spool in there.
2 forward, 2 steps. Face and box.
I have got to keep this one. It's basically what I thought it was. Teaching you how to either how to do a round dance or for doing round dances. And we've got another one here from Jerry Jestin. So this is likely okay for the channel. Kind of reminds me of when I was forced to do square dancing in high school. And if you've never had to do that in high school, count yourself lucky, because I loathed those classes.
La Perry Waltz. Hard point. Close position touch. Box to the wall.
Yep, more of the same. I'm keeping that. All right, we're getting close to the end of the top half of this box. And next we've got Paul Brandt. Not really a big fan. Paul Brandt was kind of after I got into country and got out of country. So I don't really know if I care about this, but we'll play it and see if it's any good. And yes, I do wish the display on the RCA was a little brighter, but it is kind of a high hours machine, so. Yeah, that one's in good shape. But yeah, high hours machine. It's a given that the VFD in it's kind of going a little weak. And if you're wondering what that bleep was, it was my phone telling me that there was lightning nearby. Which sadly, it's the middle of the day, so I can't go out and shoot it. We got more Garth Brooks. Again, this is instantly going on the keep it pile. Love Garth Brooks. And it's the one with the red strokes on it, I do believe. Classic Garth Brooks.
The slightest chance of it. He's just chasing what he reads.
Perfect shape. Keeping that one. Love me some Garth Brooks. Haha. We got a real good one now. Chumbawamba. And if you only know about Chumbawamba from Tub Thumper, or from Tub Thumping, you are missing out big time. This band is amazing. Tub Thumping was created with the sole intention of creating a mega hit. That's how they snuck their way into the charts. Every other song on here is better than Tub Thumping. Every single one of them. These guys are amazing. I have this CD, and I'm very unapologetic about having listened to it over and over and over and over back in the 90s. It sounds like it's all here in good shape. Yep, it's in good shape, and I don't know what it says about me that I would rather listen to that album on cassette now than my CD copy, but yeah, I guess I'm just gone over to the dark side of nostalgia these days. Next up, the Doobie Brothers. I kind of like them. This tape's seen better days. Don't know if it's any good. But we'll find out. Rather, we'll fast forward and then find out. The recording is flawless, so I'm keeping it. And at this point, I've got way more keepers than I've got rejects. Steve Halpern. Name sounds familiar, but not really ringing much of a bell right now. What is on here? Gotta fast forward into it to find out. Sounds like New Age to me, and I like New Age. So I'm keeping that one. Alright folks, that was the last one of this video. Come back again for the next video, which will probably be next week. I don't know what my schedule is going to be. I think I'm doing these every Wednesday. This was part 2, so there's 2 more parts a coming. See you next time.